guys, welcome back to my channel. So with the holidays coming up, I figured it would be a really great time to do an updated full coverage foundation routine because there's going to be a lot of different holiday parties that we're all attending, and obviously we want our skin to look flawless and beautiful and natural, and sometimes full coverage foundation can kind of come off as cakey or mask-like and just looks really unnatural. So I wanted to share with you guys my full coverage foundation routine that works really well for me. All my blemishes are covered up, but my skin still looks like skin. Everything blends really nice together, so it just looks really beautiful and really flawless. So if you want to see how I got this full coverage face, then please just keep on watching. So of course I'm going to start off by priming my face, and today I'm just going to use the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. This has become one of my favorite primers. It's not silicone based, so it doesn't break me out, and it really does help make my skin last, my foundation last a little bit longer throughout the day, and keeps me really matte and oil free, which is one of my problematic areas right now. So with this one, you really want to warm it up between your fingers and then pat it into the areas where you need the oil control. But if you don't have oily skin, then obviously just use a primer that fits your skin type better. But this one has been really great for me with my oily skin problem. So then I'm just going to mix two foundations together. I'm going to mix NARS Sheer Glow in Stromboli and my Mercier Silk Cream foundation in the color Cashew Beige. And I find that with this combination, the finish that these two gives together is really beautiful and natural, and it's really full coverage. The NARS Sheer Glow is about medium to light coverage, and the Mercier Silk Cream is a very full coverage foundation. So mixing it kind of thickens my NARS Sheer Glow, as well as just kind of sheer out the Mercier so that it looks natural. So you're getting the best of both worlds with great coverage and a more natural looking finish. So I really like these two together, and I'm just gonna blot it all over my face. Then with my Real Techniques buffing brush, I'm gonna buff this into my skin. And I find that if you pat it into your skin first and then buff it, you get a better, more coverage look. So if you go in and buff it into your skin first, you get kind of a sheer finish. But if you pat it into your skin and then buff it out, your skin kind of absorbs it already, so you get more coverage that way. And this brush makes it so easy to buff in your foundation. It doesn't leave any streak marks, and it makes it look really nice and flawless. And it's super soft. You could also use a beauty blender if you don't want this high coverage look that we're going for. The beauty blender damped really helps sheer out your foundation, but today we are going for a full coverage foundation look. So you can see how already flawless my skin looks by blending those two foundations together. It still looks really natural, it feels lightweight, but you have this beautiful full coverage look while still giving you that kind of satiny finish to it, so it looks like skin still. So those two foundations are my current obsessions. You can go back and build up coverage where you need it, but today I think this is okay for now. I have a pretty even canvas, but nothing covers up my dark circles, even full coverage foundation, so I have to go in with a concealer, and today I'm just using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard. And with this concealer, I just kind of like to dot it under my eyes because it is pretty full coverage, so I don't want it to look cakey. And then I'm just going to pat this out. Again, pat first and then blend. And then to set my concealer and really brighten up that under eye area, I'm going to go in with Lyric from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. And this is seriously the best powder to brighten up your under eyes and to set your concealer. Can you guys see the difference between these two eyes? This one is completely covered up and brightened, but still looks really natural. And this one, even with concealer on top, you can still see my dark circles. So this powder is a miracle product. Now this next step is definitely completely optional. If you're okay with this coverage right here, like today I would be okay with this, you can just stop right here and just set the rest of your face with a translucent powder. But for those of you who need a little bit extra coverage, I would definitely suggest using a powder foundation. on top of your liquid foundation. Obviously, don't buff it on as if you were just using the powder product alone, but I think that a light dusting of a powder foundation on top of your liquid foundation gives you the most flawless and most kind of natural looking finish and still looking like skin, but you're getting this amazing extra coverage on top. I don't do this step every single day. I only do it when it's that time of the month or when my skin is on the naughty side. So for today, I would have just left it like this, but just for demonstration's sake, I'm going to go in with the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination Powder in the color medium. And you just want to take a big powder brush. Don't buff it into the product because you get way too much product that way. Kind of tap it in, tap off the excess, and then pat it where you want extra coverage or where you would normally set your foundation. So this just gives you another layer of coverage, making your whole face completely blemish free and just looking flawless. And I just wanted to mention a drugstore alternative that's really great is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder, and I am in the color W5 Sand Beige. You guys have seen me use this before in my tutorials. They're very similar products, as in they're both powder foundations that gives you just a little extra coverage without looking too cakey or too makeup and mask like. But I do like the IT Cosmetics one just a little bit more because it is more of an illumination powder, so it kind of looks more like skin and looks a little bit more natural. But the True Match by L'Oreal is one of my favorite powders for years now. So that's really it for my foundation routine. I'm just going to finish up with the rest of my face, and then I will come back and show you guys how I set everything to make everything last all day long and to keep it looking flawless all day long. So I'll be right back. So I am back with the rest of my face done, and my last tip for you guys for this completely flawless finished look and your makeup lasting all day is just the easiest thing ever. So after you've done your whole face and you have your blush, your blush and your bronzer and all your powder products on, you're just going to take your setting spray. You can use whichever setting spray you want. L'Oreal makes a really great one, NYX makes a really great one if you're looking for a more inexpensive alternative, but today I'm just going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. So I'm going to shake it up really well, and with setting sprays, don't drench your face with it. It'll do the opposite of what it's supposed to do. Drenching your face with your setting spray won't make your makeup or foundation last any longer. It'll just make everything melt a lot faster. So for me, what works is an X motion and then sometimes a T if I feel like I didn't cover enough face area. So that's what I'm going to do for this. So that covers up my face. I feel like it's hit every spot on my face and everything is covered, but I don't feel like I'm just drowning in setting spray. So obviously you're just gonna let this kind of set in and dry off before we go on to the next step. So when the setting spray has just kind of set into your skin and dried off, you're gonna take that same powder brush that you use for whatever powder foundation. We're not gonna pick up any product by any means because believe me, there is still product left on your brush afterwards. So with that brush, no product on it, I'm just gonna pat everything down, and for some reason the excess product on top of your setting spray makes your foundation and all your makeup products last on your skin so much longer, and you get this kind of flawless, naturally looking face. And I love this trick. That is it, guys. That is how I achieve a full coverage looking face without looking too cakey or too mask like. My skin still looks really natural and it has a really nice natural skin finish, so it's not too matte or not too dewy. It just looks like skin, but you just look flawless. And that extra little tip at the end, seriously try it out if you haven't done so already. I promise you your foundation and your makeup look is gonna last even longer. I've done that and I've worn my makeup for probably more than 12 hours many times before, and my makeup still looks completely fresh by the end of the day as it did in the beginning of the day. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If there's anything else you want me to sit down and film for you guys, please leave it down in the comments below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.